We now know the identity of the man charged with bursting into Nancy Pelosi's home, looking for her and attacking her husband with a hammer.
This morning, Republican candidate for governor of New York, Congressman Lee Zeldin, is safe after being attacked during a campaign event last night.
Noon 11, a hit-and-run driver caught on camera here plowing through a crowd during a No Kings protest.
President Trump defending not lowering flags to half staff when Melissa Hortman, the Democratic Minnesota House Speaker, was assassinated by someone posing as a police officer in the middle of the night at her home.
The fallout from Charlie Kirk's killing has spread to the workplace. People are getting fired for comments that seem to celebrate or glorify the assassination of the MAGA activist.
Okay, I have to issue a challenge, and it's seriously the biggest one I've ever done. I am so tired of the anger, the headlines, the comment sections, the fact that families are actually literally breaking up over politics. People who have been neighbors for years are now enemies just because of who they voted for. And I know you're tired of it too. You have to be sick of the constant fighting, the feeling that the whole world is just screaming. So I am challenging every single person watching this, a 7-step challenge to end hate. There's no prize money, no fame, it's just a blueprint. A simple plan that you can use to change everything, and you can start today, right now. We are drowning in anger. It's not a feeling, it's a fact. Did you know that over 60% of Americans are totally exhausted by the news? That's not just a number, that's our brain screaming for a break. And here's the secret, here's why. Algorithms are feeding you content specifically designed to make you mad. That's how it works. When you are angry, you click, you comment, you keep scrolling, and that makes these companies money. Every single time you get outraged, you're a puppet, and they are pulling your strings. We're living in an outrage economy. Our attention, that's the product they're selling. And while we're all busy online fighting with strangers, the real world is getting worse. Hate crimes in major cities jumped another 10% last year. It's nuts. The angrier we get on our phones, the uglier it gets outside our front doors. It's a trap. If you ever try to be the reasonable one, both sides just attack you. The division is not an accident. It's a machine, a 24/7 machine. So here's the insane part. Our brains are running on ancient software, old code. We were built to live in these tiny tribes, like 150 people max. And back then, if you disagreed with the group, they kicked you out. And getting kicked out was a death sentence. So our brains learned one thing: fit in to survive. If you stand out, you're in danger. That code is still in there. But today, our tribe is thousands of anonymous accounts online yelling at us in all caps. And your brain, it can't tell the difference. It doesn't know what's a real threat and what's just a mean comment. It just pumps out stress hormones. It puts you in fight mode that never ends. And it gets crazier. There's this thing called the third person effect. It's where we all think, oh, well, that online craziness affects other people, but not me. I'm too smart for that. So we share that most insane, angriest post we see to try to wake people up because we think we're immune. But what this does is create a non-stop storm of rage that leaves everyone stressed out, anxious, and more alone than we've ever been. We are always ready for a fight, and it's destroying us. But this is where we flip the script. Our biology does not get to be the boss. I refuse. I refuse to let some algorithm control my life, my family, friends, and my neighborhood just so a company can make a few more dollars. And you can refuse too. That refusal, that's the challenge. You ready? It's one simple sentence you have to decide to live by. I will treat every person I meet today as a future friend, not the current enemy. That's the entire thing. That one thought rewires your brain. Instead of needing to win every single argument, you start asking a different question. How can I make this person feel safe enough to actually listen to me? This changes the whole game. Researchers at Harvard found that taking a 10-second pause and asking one real question can physically calm down the alarm center in the brain. The challenge isn't to fix the whole world tomorrow. The challenge is to make this your new default setting. So blueprint step number 1, the 10-second pause. Okay, step 1 of the challenge, it's so simple. Before you type that angry comment, before you say that thing you'll regret, just stop. Count to 10. This is not about being weak. This is a power move. It's about collecting data. In those 10 seconds, you ask yourself one thing. What am I actually feeling? Is it anger, fear, humiliation? Just name the emotion. When you put a label on it, you activate the smart adult part of your brain. Most of what's happening online is just toddlers with keyboards. This pause, it gives you back control. Blueprint step number 2, the curiosity question. So you've done the 10-second pause. Now you can engage, but you do it smart. You ask a question that you don't already know the answer to. I'm not talking about how can you be so stupid. That's just an attack with a question mark. I'm talking about a real question. Something like, help me understand what happened in your life that led you to believe that. Or what's the ideal outcome you're hoping for here? These are not tricks, they're invitations. One huge study found that asking real questions like this cuts hostility in half. That is a better success rate than most paid therapy, and it costs nothing. It forces you to see the human, not the online enemy. Blueprint step number 3 is to find the shared value. Here's the secret. Underneath almost every single argument is a core value that someone is scared of losing. They're fighting for safety or for freedom or for a better future for their kids. Your mission is to find that shared value and then say it out loud. You could say, it sounds like we both want our kids to be safe. We just have a different idea about how to get there. When you repeat someone else's deepest value back to them, their brain actually releases a bonding hormone. You stop being the enemy. You become an ally. Conversations that start with a shared value are twice as likely to end with people working together. You're building a bridge, not another wall. Blueprint step 4, amplify quiet voices. Hate is loud. It gets all the attention, all the clicks, but kindness is usually quiet. Your job in this challenge is to become an amplifier for the good stuff. Share the reasonable, helpful comment. Retweet the person trying to find a middle ground. Give a shout out to the person who is trying to bring people together. The algorithms reward outrage because that's what we click on. So let's give them something new to reward. Every time you amplify a positive voice, you are casting a vote for a better world. Silence when you see hate looks like agreement, but speaking up for connection, that looks like a movement. Blueprint step number 5, host micro gatherings. Big gestures are fine, but you know what's more powerful? A pizza. So I'm challenging you. Invite 2 people you disagree with over for food. The only rule is that in the first hour, you cannot talk about politics. Talk about anything else. Sports, a TV show, your neighbor's weird dog, anything. Let people remember they actually like each other as human beings first. Once you reestablish that human connection, then you can start asking the bigger question. One organization found that communities that did this had a 20% fewer hate incidents. Who knew pizza was a secret weapon for saving the world? Blueprint step number 6, practice daily self-compassion. You cannot win this challenge if your own battery is at 1%. You can't pour peace from an empty cup. It's impossible. If you're stressed out and you're beating yourself up, you are way more likely to beat up on other people. So the challenge here is to take 10 minutes every single morning and recharge. Non-negotiable. Listen to music, go for a walk, practice gratitude, just breathe. Whatever it is that works for you. Researchers found that people who are kinder to themselves are way less likely to be jerks to other people online. This isn't selfish. This is your training montage. This is how you build the strength to actually win. Blueprint number 7, Measure your progress monthly. Like any good challenge, you gotta keep score. So pick one thing, just one, to track every month. It could be the number of angry comments you deleted instead of posting, or the number of times you use that 10-second pause. Write it down. What gets measured gets managed. And when you see that number getting better, you celebrate it. That's a real win. This isn't about being perfect. It's about getting 1% better every single day. All right, challenge time. I am challenging every single person watching this. Pick one of these 7 steps, just one, and do it in the next 24 hours. Then go down to the comments and post which step you chose so that we can all cheer each other on. And now for the final boss, share this video. Share it with one person you always argue with. That is how you really level up. If enough of us do this, we can break the outrage machine. We can actually break it. Imagine opening social media and seeing people solving problems instead of starting fights. Imagine a future where our kids don't even know what the hate era was because it's some distant, weird memory. That future, all of it, starts with your next 10-second pause. Look, I'm not asking you to go out and fix the entire world. I'm challenging you to fix your corner of it, your timeline, your family and friends' dinners, your own head. Hate is loud, but it's weak. It's incredibly weak. It cannot survive millions of people like us choosing connection over conflict again and again and again. Accept the challenge. Let's starve the algorithm of our anger one choice at a time. Let's do this. Now smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified when I put out new videos. Subscribing is totally free. If you want to continue your healthy journey, 2 videos will pop up and you can watch either of them. Be good, be peaceful, and most of all, be happy. And I will see you next time.